Hello, it's time for the Bible trivia for April 11th, 2026. Are you ready? Here we go. Using a card from Bible Trivia, the game where trivia is not trivial. Old Testament. What exactly would happen to anyone who touched Mount Sinai when Moses was there in conference with God? The answer is he would be stoned, found in Exodus 19:13. History and Geography. Which of the following Jewish holy days is mentioned by name in the Old Testament? Rosh Hashanah, Purim, Yom Kippur, or Hanukkah? The answer is Purim, found in Esther 9:26. Prophets and Prophecy. What was the third woe unleashed by the fifth angel in Revelation 12? The answer is persecution of Israel. Names. What relation was of Onan? The answer is brother, found in 1 Chronicles 2:3. Letters, numbers, and sequence. How many individuals were resurrected in the Old Testament? The answer is 3, found in 1 Kings 17 through 22, 2 Kings 4, 32 through 35, and 2 Kings 13, 20 through 21. New Testament. What two former enemies became friends as a result of the indictment of Jesus as a criminal? The answer is Herod and Pilate, found in Luke 23:12. Final category is wisdom. Complete the following statement of Paul about the sacrament of communion. He that eateth and drinketh unworthily, eateth and drinketh. The answer is damnation unto himself. 1 Corinthians 11:29. So, how'd you do? Did you learn something new? Today I want to talk about the three people who were resurrected in the Old Testament. There was a woman that Elijah had met who had very little oil and very little flour, and Elijah asked her to make him some bread. And she said, I only have enough to make my son and myself a meal. I'm going to do it, and we're going to go home and die. He said, go make me a loaf first and bring it back, and then make yourself and your son some more as well. And your coffers, basically your flour and your oil, will not run dry until it rains again. Well, after that happened, she believed he was of God, but then her son got sick and died. And Elijah went and resurrected him. The second was Elisha and the Shunammite woman. The Shunammite woman prepared a room for him and had it always available for him, but she was barren. And Elisha said, because you're doing this, God's going to give you a child. She said, don't play with my emotions. But she ended up having a son, and he was growing well and went in the field with his father one day and started having headaches. They brought him back to his mom, and he died in her lap. She went immediately to Elisha and said, why did you do this? I told you not to get my hopes up. And he helped raise that child. The third was after Elisha had died and they buried him. Some Israelites were burying a man nearby, and some Moabite raiders were coming around, and they wanted to hide, so they put the dead body in with Elisha's bones. And the second that body hit those bones, he came alive and stood up. It's pretty wild, huh? I hope you have a blessed day.